Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay. Hey everybody. I'm early again. I said 1:50, but I like kind of giving extra time. It's one of my things. So whoever's tuning in, just please make sure you say hi. I apologize, and I'm going to apologize 800 more times that my internet is not awesome today. I live in the deep south of Essex County, and we don't even get cable out here, so everything's satellite. It's the best I can do. But you have to say hi. So make sure you tape your little names in there. Hi, Marine. Yeah, here we go. Let's see who filters in. I hope everybody's enjoying this rainy day. If it's not raining where you are, lucky you. Hi, Chrissy and Rihanna from Oshawa. Hi, Lucy. So excited you guys are here. I get like really excited. I'm just chilling today. Everybody, make sure you say hi. Please say hi. It gets lonely on this side of the phone. I'm just on my phone, and I'm going to say it 800 more times. Like I said already, my internet is not amazing today, so I just apologize about that. Hey, Sandy from Houghton Lake. That's awesome. Hi, Amy and Lauren and Clay. Hi, Sarah and Anna. And Aunt Jessie's painting with her from her house. Perfect. Let's keep our distance. Hi, Hillary and Kira and Jada. Beautiful names from London. That's awesome. I'm just going to talk like this for the next 45 minutes. Everybody's watching. But yeah, just say hi. Hi, Marcy. Yay, Roy family from Kingsville. Yeah, Carla. Carla and Shane have been set up for like 3 hours. Just kidding. We're working on our quarantine collections right now. Yeah, Karen, you got your makeup brushes ready to go. That's awesome. Hey, Jenny Pigeon. Nice to see ya. Hey, Dan. Yeah, so good talking with you. Thank you so much for sharing. That was awesome. Yeah, it got me thinking that I should send out a press release or something about these things. If anybody knows how to do that, let me know. Hey, Julie and the Bondi family. And Georgia from Windsor. Hi, Amy. The cooks from Woodsley. That's awesome. So there are people from the deep depths of Essex County here, so you must understand my internet connection issues. We don't get cable here. It just doesn't exist. So, hey, Tara. Gonna try by myself. Emily's working. Okay, Shannon. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll be better. Who knows? Hi, Nicole and Ruth. Painting together. Oh, awesome. Yeah, mother-daughter quarantine painting. Such a good time. Painting is the best. I really appreciate everybody being here. It's awesome. I get super excited. Painting and partying are two of my favoriteest things in the world. So, how lovely. Hi, Darcy and Erica are here. Hi, Beth. Hi, Kate. And, Niagara Falls. That's awesome. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Heather. Oh, no problem, Linda. Honestly, what are we doing anyways, right? It actually gives me an excuse to paint. I always say that I'm kind of a lazy artist. I'll use old paint that's been on my palette. I'll use dirty brushes. I just want it to be done fast, but I know how good painting makes me feel in the moment of it. So sometimes it takes, gathering a bunch of people to get me to do it, surprisingly enough. Hi, Lauren. You're not even painting? Aw, that's nice. Thanks. That's so sweet. Okay. Karina and her daughter ready in Leamington. Tiffany's in Essex. Yeah, cool. I think, so this is a very loose plan, but the plan. So most of you might know that I do a monthly party at Branco's House of Pizza in Essex, and they have the most delicious pizza ever, including the big pickle pizza, which is killer. So me and my hubby might order pizza tonight, and we'll get a couple pizza boxes, and then I'm gonna do a tutorial to show you guys how to build your own pizza box easel. Me and Jay, my husband, prototyped one, and that's how I actually started this business. I got a bunch of pizza boxes and made easels, so I thought that would be cool to show everybody how to make their own easel. So, because who knows how long we're quarantined for, and we'll probably have to do this for a little while. So let's see. Hi, Karina. Liliana loves painting. That's so awesome. I love painting too. It's the best. You're missing light pink and purple. I have other purple and light blue. Yes, that will definitely work, Nicole. So all sorts of colors work for this painting. Whenever I actually do this painting with people, I get people to choose their own colors because you don't have to stick to my super 80s color scheme that I got going on here. I got a lot of teal and bright pink, but you can use blues, purples, blues, and greens. Even if you wanted to do a neutral brown taupey kind of deal, you could do that. Whatever matches your house, whatever your favorite colors are that resonate with you, or just get crazy and use, random colors. But you know, be reserved at first. You don't want to muck up your painting too much. Let's see who's here. Else is here. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Sandra and Mia from Barrie. That's awesome. Hi, Patty from Plymouth, Michigan. So sweet. Paula from Illinois. Nice. Hi, York region. Perfect. Alicia here from Windsor. Sweet. Hey, Alicia. And Heather and Cassie, Ava and Shelly. That's awesome. Maureen, you have 2 easels but prefer my lap. Hey, we all got our thing. Yeah, it's all good. And that's another thing that I noticed. So what I'm going to be doing while we're painting, I'm going to be doing like... So this is going to be the setup for today. Until I don't know if it could get any better than that. I'm not sure. Hi, Danielle and Rob. But you will see my painting backwards on here. So just keep that in mind. And I can't wait to see everybody's backward floating flowers. A really good thing to do is get a picture of the painting that I posted maybe in one of my posts. And if you have internet connected to your television or something, maybe you can have an example of it up on the TV just so you can kind of have a reference. You know, if you're just looking at your phone, it's hard to see me and the painting. So to have an extra source of interneting really works. Who else is here? Hi, Maggie. You can use any colors you want, Maggie. Peach is awesome. Hi, Heidi. No problem. I'm super stoked to do this for you guys and myself. It's not as selfless as it seems because I love painting, so we all get to do that. Oh, my old friend James is watching. Hey, James, what's up? Nice to see you're in the hood. Denise, you and Kira are here. I'm so glad you guys are here. Hi, Judy. 3 generations. Judy, Kelly, and Molly. Sweet. Didn't have a chance to get a canvas. Okay, guys, so I've had some really cool people send me their canvases. So one was, I couldn't save the video, so I couldn't share it. But they cut like a back of a beer box out. It was like from a 15 pack of cans or something like that. And when she turned it around, she had a beautiful owl on her beer box. So, you know, it doesn't matter if you have a canvas or not. Try and get a piece of cardboard from a box or something. It just feels good to get that energy out. That's how I get my energy out, like that. And it doesn't really matter what you're painting on. As long as you're enjoying the process, it's all good. June, talking to you. Hey, Sarah and Grace, and hi, Sandy, Claire and Valerie. Yes, Branko's Pickle Pizza. I literally can't eat pizza without pickles on it anymore. And my husband's lactose, so sometimes we don't even get cheese on it. As long as it's got pickles, golden, all good. Excuse me. Oh, hi, Kathy from Kelowna. Sweet. I lived in Tofino for 10 years, not near Kelowna, but close. And I also did a stint in Penticton for a few months there too. And then I bought a van, and then I lived in my van for 6 months. It was the best time of my life. If anybody is thinking about living in their van over the next little while we're quarantined. Hi, Karen. Hi, Kathy. Yes, this is going to be available later. Hi, Selena and Franca for another painting. Yay! I'm so glad you guys are back. I got your video last time. Yay! Tanya's here and Malcolm. That's so awesome. I'm so stoked. I miss you guys so much. From Vancouver Island and Christy. You guys are all awesome. Hi, Ellison. Hi, Jessica, Dan, Lindsay, Kira. Oh my goodness. Hi, Carrie. Talia. So, Felicia. You guys are awesome. James, great to see ya. Yay, Angel, third paint party. That's it? Just kidding. That's amazing. Because isn't this only my third? Or is this my fourth one? I have no idea. But there'll be more. Let's see here. I'm going to get started at 2, so I have 3 more minutes of shoutouts before we actually get officially started. Yay, more Woodsleys. Holly from Woodsley and Gloria and Shannon and your hubby. That's awesome. Stoked to see you guys. Mandy. Hi, Moya. Moya is a part of Theater in Windsor, and they put on amazing plays. If you get a chance, definitely go see what they're doing up in Windsor. Hi, Donna and Sheila and Megan and your 5-year-old and your mom. That's awesome. Hi, Kylie. Yay. Tanya. Still frozen. Oh, is it frozen? Again, guys, I'm really, really sorry. So this is what's going to happen. My internet has been just bonkerly horrible today. Bonkers. So there's a really good chance that it's going to be kind of poo-poo today, and I apologize for that. I am not a professional videographer. We live in the county. We have no cable direct connection, and it's crazy stormy out today. So I just apologize. If for some reason I freeze up, you got to do the old computer trick. Unplug, plug it back in, close the screen. I should be good to go. If not, you can totally watch the replay. And luckily this painting is very like soulful. So everybody's painting is going to look different today. So it's perfect. And it's just nice for us to all be together. Hi, everybody. Everybody's coming in. Okay. I am going to get this party started in just a couple minutes here. John, FIFA, and Lesia from Windsor. Trish and Maggie from Kenora. And Christine and granddaughters. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Andrea, Megan, and Tanya. Wainfleet. Interesting. I don't know where that is. Hi, David and Nikki Royer. I love saying people's names in a French way. You're welcome, John. No problem. Thanks for being here. I'm still mixing colors. Give me a few. Okay, hi from Harrow. Okay, got some hoodlums in the house, living in Harrow. Yeah, so this is really, really great that we can all be together like this. I really appreciate everybody showing up here today. Hi, Elizabeth. I feel like I'm on the polka dot door. Yeah, or what's the romper room? I see Elizabeth. I see Derek. Ooh. I wish I should totally have a weird more story. I know. My daughter is with grandma today, so she's not going to interrupt the feed. It's, in this time of social distancing, I extra super appreciate grandparents for their amazingness. So kudos, hats off to all the grandpas and grandmas and nonas and nonos and all the omas and opas and you know who you are. Okay, So I'm just gonna take a little sippy of water and I'm gonna get the logistics down. I'm gonna apologize one more time for how bad my internet is today. So again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's probably going to cut out sometimes. And if it does, just refresh your screen. Hopefully I'll come back for you. And that's the best I can do. But just to get everything started, guys, thank you so much for showing up here today. Way to go. I'm like getting really sad. I'm like a total hugger. Does anybody miss hugs? I mean, we get hugs from our family and that's really nice, but like, you know, I pretty much hug everybody at my parties and just let you know we're having a big virtual hug at the moment and I really, really appreciate you guys being here. You may have saw in my post at the top, so this is obviously completely pro bono free, no problem, but I did have a couple requests or ask me how people could tip me or donate or whatever the word is you want to use. So I did put a couple links up in the description. That's what it's called. This is me describing something. If you feel like you love it so much that you want to give me money, cool, please do. If not, awesome. Just paint and send me your pictures, all good. Oh yeah, I know, right? I'm such a hugger, Karuna. And yeah, so I only have 4 rules when it comes to painting. If we were at a normal party, I'd have all your stuff set up in front of you. And basically I would say, and everybody's using their own paints, so you might want to stick to these rules. So rule number 1 is when you're done using a brush, or if you're not using it, these paints dry really fast. So just stick it in your cup while you're not using it. It'll keep it safe. It'll keep it all nice and loose and it won't dry up on you. And then you can wash your brushes properly after you're done your painting. Rule number 2, make sure your cups are separated, your drink cup and your water cup, because you don't want to drink paint from your paint cup. If you're using a solo cup like me, there's something very inviting about a solo cup that you don't recognize when you're painting and you just glug glug. Paint water, disgusting, don't do it. Rule number 3, don't swish your paintbrush in your drink. Another reason why to keep your drink separated. If you're having an actual drink that's not water, it could be very tragic if you swish your paint in your drink. And rule number 4, don't think it can't happen to you, because it can. It can happen to anybody. It's happened to me. And it just, painting kind of like you can lose yourself, so you don't really see where everything's going. Now, I did mention this in the post earlier. I am using some very 80s colors today, but you do not have to use pinks and teals and all these things. At every party, I often give a whole array of colors. So color families, red, orange, yellow, fiery with some white in there. Those are really good. Blues, greens, blues and yellow, blue, yellow, green. And then you can do like maybe even like some browns and yellows, and you can get pretty creative with this painting. And I think it's kind of annoying to say, but I really want you to feel this one out. The background's very, Derek, stop asking for Story. And that's not how you spell your name. It's Storey. So get that right. Just kidding. Okay. So yeah, check it out. So this is a painting. Okay. And you can see lots of different colors going on. And I do a lot of scribbling. Nobody's painting ever looks like mine. And all the paintings that I've done with this one, mine never look the same. So let's be really, really easy on ourselves. You have to really tune in and enjoy the process. That's what this is all about. So we're going to fill up the whole background of our canvas, put these guys in here. And this is what I have for brushes. So I have my big fatty McFatterson brush. And I have a long skinny brush that I like to use for these nice long lines. And I'll even use this for the centerpieces and stuff too. And I have a tiny little mini skinny brush. And I said you could probably use a toothpick, and this is what we're going to use to make all of these little lines coming off. I'll probably name these things all different things. So little sprigs, little spriglies, spriggets. Okay, let's get this party started. Move this out of the way. Clear space. Okay, so when I'm making my backgrounds, this is what my palette looks like, guys. When I'm making my backgrounds, I actually use a lot of white. Okay, just one more look at this guy. So you can't necessarily, you don't really notice the white in here a whole lot, but it is definitely there. And white really helps blend new colors together and lighten up other colors. And it really, yeah, I guess it, yeah, Maureen, you're right. It does look quite different in reverse. But just bear with me. Maybe I'll try and I wonder if I could do, if I did it in reverse. I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to try and do this in reverse. But the background doesn't matter. Let's just get funky, okay? Start with your favorite color and just start putting things on there. Put a few little spriggles here and there. Okay? So you can see I'm just scribbling on right now. But there's a few key elements that really help your colors blend together. And that's either have enough paint on your paintbrush or put some water on your paintbrush. And whenever you have nice wet paint on your canvas, that is the easiest time to blend in colors. See, I use this, it's called 2D. This is color right here. And then I just go straight into my white and I'm just gonna just feel it out. And this is kind of the magic of painting, okay? Everybody's gonna wanna just move their brush in a different way. And it's all about putting colors on the canvas. And we're mixing the colors, but we still wanna see the unique different colors in here, okay? So when you overmix colors, it ends up becoming a whole new color. But if you blend a couple colors together, like this beautiful white and pink together, and this is definitely how most of the time when I do my brush strokes, I do a little hashtag. So I go back this way or crisscross, and then I go back this way, and then go back this way. That's how I do a lot of my blending in this painting. So it looks scribbly, and I just my brush around. I let some of those little brush strokes happen inside my painting because it's really wispy. We want it to look kind of magical. And I barely even wash my brush. So the only time I wash my brush for backgrounds like this is when things start to get mucky. So you'll know when it's mucky. It ends up turning into some weird random color and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Yeah, that's when you give your brush a rinse, dry it off on your napkin, and start over again. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do. If at any moment you guys have any questions or want to chime in with a story or I don't know, quarantine tips, please feel free. We are a community and everybody is welcome to chime in with their 2 cents here. So if you're putting on paint and it's really, really dry, meaning that you can still see some of your canvas or whatever you're using kind of poking through the holes, a really, really good way to alleviate that is, I'll show you, I'm just gonna, good way to alleviate dryness is a little dip in your cup, a little bit of water, a little dip on your palette, ching, 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 and then just fill in those little dry spots so easily. But make sure you always dab it on your palette first because it could drip. And it might not matter that much on this painting, but for other paintings, just keep it in mind, okay? And I'm probably going to cruise through this part, so please, you can try and keep up. But what I really, really want you to do is be, I'm probably talking way too much for this right now, but let your hand do the talking, okay? Let your brain kind of shut off. Take some deep breaths and really, really connect to the colors in the painting. And you can see I'm just kind of wishy-washing them apart. A few times when I've done this painting, it's really easy to compartmentalize our colors. So I often see like big, bold pieces of color, which is 100% okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I like to do is try and blend little bits of color at a time. So you kind of alternate your colors. And every few times you go back to your palette, grab a little bit of white and throw some white in there. Because that white is really, 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 it lightens it up. It gives you new colors. White's a good color. I know it's not a color, but it's a good one. Or is it all the colors? Wait a second, what's happening? Oh, I know, Lauren, seriously, I'm really excited. So like I said, I'm going to order some pizza from Branko's tonight. We're going to cruise out to Essex to pick it up. And then hopefully we'll have the gusto to make a video to show you guys how to make your own pizza box easels. Because they work perfectly good and they're super light and easy to carry around. Great for the kids. You don't care about ruining anything. And it gives you an excuse to eat pizza. Not that anybody really needs excuses to eat anything these days. Because let's be honest, food is comfort. I don't know for you, but it is for me. Oh, Denise, that's okay. I'm really happy that you're here watching. That's awesome that you're here watching, even if you don't have supplies. Sometimes it can be nice. I used to watch Bob Ross every weekend when I was growing up, especially when I was in high school. And Bob Ross came on the TV at about 4 p.m. Yeah, it was 4 p.m. every Sunday on PBS. And I'd be super duper stoked. And I would wait all day to watch it. And then he'd get started. And then I would like wake up at like 4:25, right when he was finishing the painting. Because his voice was so soothing, I would just fall asleep. Only to find the horror that was Justin Wilson's Cajun Cookin'. And I couldn't believe that this person had a television show. And he was like from New Orleans and they have that really, really thick accent. And I had never heard anybody speak like that before. And I was just like totally flabbergasted that this person had his own television show. And he would cook the same thing every week. Some sort of chowder. Or some sort of Creole chowder. All right. Tom the Gremlin says, hi, Trinity, you're so funny. I saw some pretty great owls this last few days, let me tell you. A lot of different owls. How's everybody doing with this? Are you finding it more relaxing this time? Not so many rules to follow in this painting. It's kind of sweet for that reason. Some people really like structure and some people really don't. And I really hope you guys can embrace the unstructured version of painting that this is, because this is really, really comes from the soul. I got soul and I'm super bad. Megan, what colors are you using? Yeah, everybody let me know what colors you're using. I would love to know. I forgot about this. I wanted to take... Oh, yeah. The video will be saved. All the videos that I'm doing are just saved under my videos on my page. because not everybody can show up at the same time, and that's all good. All good in the hood, my friends. So you can see, just to take note here, I am adding all these colors, but I'm kind of sticking to the same family as of right now, meaning the pinks and purple and white. And then I will go in later and add a little bit of teal on top. Teal is, I love the look of teal with the pinks. It's, like I said, super duper 80s styles. But teal is one of those colors that's going to make it mucky. So just to save the muck, I like to get all these on first, and then I'll kind of scribble in a little bit of teal here and there. Oh, Sarah, are you painting? This is fun. Good. I'm so glad you guys are having fun. This is awesome. I wish I could be with you all. I have to say, paint parties in person are super fun. So, if you ever get a chance, after this is all over, I'm like so excited to get back to this. It was really, really, really sad the day. Like, it was a very hard decision to cancel all my parties, because I canceled them before they made everybody cancel everything. I just knew that being so close together wasn't going to be a good idea. And I think everybody's taking this thing pretty seriously, for the most part. But honestly, I don't really know, because I don't live in the city. So I don't, I was living the quarantine life before this all happened out in the county. So this is very normal for me to be home for extended periods of time. But I really looked forward to my weekly paint parties, because it's just so wonderful to be with people. So I'm glad we can be here together, friends. Honestly, it's so nice. Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please, won't you be my neighbor? All right. So one cool little thing that I like to do in my paintings too, like I was saying earlier, like you can hashtag or crosshatch or crisscross, whatever you want to call it. But I love when the little bristles show up in your painting. So I often do like a if you need to make noises, 100% okay. But and that's how I like to bring some of the colors together. They when the bristles start to like separate from each other, you get these little brush stroke marks, and you can still see some of the color of the background coming through. And I just kind of like whisk my brush back and forth, let those colors happen. So good. Aw, thanks, Dawn. You rock. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so you can see I have completely covered up my canvas, okay? Oh, thanks, Cheryl. That's so sweet. If I could watch you, I would. In a not creepy way. So yeah, so basically I've covered my entire canvas. Now I just like to do a once over. So once it's full, I'm going to give my brush a rinse. And if yours isn't full yet, please don't freak out. Just keep going. It's all good. Like I said, I like to add my teal on after. And I also like to fill in all the little canvas holes. So give your canvas a once over. Can you have that painting when I'm done? Yes, Sandy, you can 100% have this painting when I'm done. No problem. Honest to God, guys, if I could become the next Bob Ross, all of my life dreams will have come true. So if you could help me out with that, that'd be really, really great. Bob is my hero. Excuse me. So Gonna give it a once over. I kind of feel like there might be a little bit too stark a color, so I'm gonna add a little extra white in there, some areas. Now, the second go at your painting, you might need to use a little extra water in your paint, because what happens is that you already have a layer of paint on there. So this second of like go over can get a little dry. It can get it feel a little pulley, meaning it's like a little harder to drag your brush across the canvas. And a really good way to alleviate that is just add some water into your paint. So I just give my brush a little bit of a dip in my cup and dip it in my paint. And then I just kind of do a little once over. I don't know, I'm kind of liking this without the teal, but I have it on my palette, so I got to put it on there. Graciela, yes, I am going to put this on my page after. Basically, right when the party's done, I just save it and it goes straight into my videos, so it'll be there. Almost stuck my paintbrush in my water. Told you, Mandy. Don't think it can't happen to you, because it totally can. It can totally happen. All right, so I'm just gonna go back over and I'm gonna start to add a little teal on top. It's like to get, just do those little hashtag marks. Whoa, look at that. Zang. That is the 80s if you've ever seen it. I don't know what is. All right. And I always really like to kind of get kind of sporadic, It's like you can follow, if you look at where your colors are, you can kind of follow some of those around those little bits of color that you already put on there. Kind of cruise in and out. And like I said before, if you are making weird noises while you're doing this, you are 100% doing it right. Like tiny little guns. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, use a bottle water. So yeah, cans and bottles and reusable is best. Water, what are they called? Not container, thermos. Thermos style water bottles are wonderful so that you don't swish your brush in them. Or just keep them separated. Make sure you have to really grab for your drink. Oh, it just feels so good to get some color down on the canvas. How wonderful. So in this process, like I said, I'm filming this on my phone, and I'm really hoping it's going through and not cutting out too much on you guys, because my internet is really horribly slow today. Of course it is. Crazy rainy out in the county. No cable internet, slow. And but the way I film this is that you guys are kind of seeing it backwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it backwards so that you guys have a easier time painting it forwards. Sound good? It's a good plan, right? I think it should be okay. I've done this painting enough to do it good. Okay, I think I'm almost done here. How's everybody doing? Where are you guys at? Jessica, me and Callie are having fun. Love your painting. Oh, good, Jess. Happy belated birthday. Or is it your birthday today? What day is your birthday? I think I saw that it was. You meant to drink. Yes, of course, to drink, Sarah. Water is definitely the safer way to drink while you're painting. Or canned water, or boxed water. Trying to be environmentally friendly here. Okay, get those little holes in there. Okay, can you guys let me know where you're at, if you are done your background or still working on it? I'd love to know, because I'm just about finished my background here. Today's your birthday, yay! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jessica. Ooh, happy birthday to you. You're welcome. Oh, still working, but just about done. Okay, perfect. Happy pre-birthday, Kylie. Yay. Yeah, my birthday's at the end of April, so I'm totally assuming I'm going to have a quarantine birthday too. It's your birthday too, Michelle. Yay. Happy birthday, guys. All right. Still working, done background. Okay, covered now. Excuse me. One thing that we can do, I'll just give it a couple more minutes. Now, if you aren't done your background and we start working on the flowers part, you can always re-reference the video to see how we're going to do the flowers. Still working, drinking sangria while we wait. Perfect, Donna. The teal on mine looks brutal. Try adding in a little bit of white. White really helps lighten it up a little bit. Oh, nice. Almost done. Okay, perfect. So we're all pretty close to the same page. One thing that we can do too, if you want to follow along still and you're not totally done your background, we can get started on the flowers. And then they don't take up a whole lot of space. So I would say try and finish where the flowers are going to go in the background first. And then afterwards, you can always add some extra color because there's a lot of free space over on the other side of your painting. It's your birthday too soon too, Callie. Yay. Done. Almost in the background. Oh, sangria. Nice. Yeah, our local winery, Paglioni, they just started bottling their sangria, and it's delicious. I do paint parties there once a month as well. I don't know if we're going to be able to do the next one. It's supposed to be on the 17th, so I doubt it. Marcy. My daughter is 3.5, and I for sure know she's going to be way more talented than me. I can't wait to see what she comes up with. Man, that kid, it's crazy. It's a good thing. Talented her? More talented kids is what we want, right? It means they learn from the best. Okay, so let's get this flower party started. Okay, so you can see this background and that background are different, okay? Here, I'll put this guy here just to show you to start. So this is the flowers on the regular way. I'm actually going to paint them over on this side for you guys so that you can see them floating the right way. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, whatever side you want to put your flowers on is 100% up to you. If you're left-handed, it might be better to have them on this side. So on and so forth. Okay, yep. Just keep working away, Heidi. All good. Yes, Sandy. They're bottling, it's like a cranberry watermelon sangria. It is so delicious. I'm not a big wine person. If you guys are joining me on my adult parties at night, you'll know that I like to sip on some whiskey. Wine goes straight to my face, but I do really like their sangria. It's very, very delicious. And their pizza's delicious too. Okay. So, yes, my 9-year-old Ruby's pig looks better than mine. Ain't that the way, Beth? Hey, ain't that the way? Okay, so I am going to get started on the flowers. If you guys are still working on your backgrounds, that is totally cool. Don't freak out. We're just going to slow and steadily do this together. Now, you will have noticed I didn't put black on my palette yet because I feel like black, it can get really tricky. So I'm going to put that on there right now. I'm going to put it right here. You don't need a whole lot of paint. So I also suggest when you're when you're painting, there's no need to squirt all these crazy colors, like amounts of paint onto your palette, because since you guys are there doing it on your own, you can always add more. And we're probably going to be doing these for a while, so save the paint that you have. Thanks, Patty. I love your backyard too. Yeah, just as far as a conservation is going on. You just got kicked out and had to come back. Okay, Denise, I'm glad you came back. Again, apologies for the internet. So, guys, we're going to be making our flowers and we're going to be using the black paint. If you are using a long skinny brush like I am, and just remember, just use whatever brush you're most comfortable with. I think the long skinny will give you the best outcome for these lines that are over here. Here, I'm just going to do one of these. So the long skinny brush is going to give you really nice long lines, but only if you put enough water in your paint. So I'll show you what I like to do. Okay, so you guys can see my palette here. Whenever I'm going to put black on, I always put water with it. So I grab my brush and I put I just grab drops of water and I make like a little pool. Here, if you guys can see this, okay? I make like a little pool next to my black. So you can see it's a little bit runny here. And then I make a little side of wetter black paint. So it makes it a little more inky. I'm not taking all of my paint and making it all liquidy, just this little side. And you can always add more water if you want to. Now this really, really helps go straight over the paint that we just had. It lubes up your paintbrush so it fills in those spaces really, really easily. But we do have to be careful because since this is a little extra watery now, we don't want that paint to drip down our canvas. So every time I do this, I get it nice and full and I twist and squeegee off some of that excess paint. Get it nice and full, twist and squeegee off, or you can use the side of your palette and just kind of pull. Also works, okay? Just to make sure that you don't go and put something on your canvas and it drips and it just ruins everything. All right. So like I said, I am going to be painting this backwards. And I hope you guys are almost ready. I'm going to say it one more time. If you aren't ready for the flowers yet, finish your side of the painting, the background, where your flowers are going to go. Finish up there first. And then put the flowers on, and then you can finish the rest of your background after. Okay, perfect. So we're going to start with a circle. So here we go. Take a deep breath. You can do this. I'm going to choose that the center of my flower is going to be right here. So I just go round one way and around the other way. Now, start small and grow from there. Don't try and make it the right size the first time unless you're really, really seasoned. It really helps, even if you start with like a small circle and then kind of grow it from there. Fill it in. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just coloring in my black circle. And you can see, see? Dawn almost drank her paint water. It can happen to you. Rule number 4. Swear to God. All right. So you can see I never expect my hand to be really, really steady when I'm going to paint anything. And I often use my pinky finger as here, I'm going to pull this over a little bit closer here. I often use my pinky finger as like a guide or an anchor point so that my hand stays steady. Here, this is often how I'm painting, and my pinky's down and I shoot. Okay? So my pinky's kind of hooked on the side of my canvas here, and it keeps my hand nice and steady. And it allows me just to make a circle, and it's not a perfect circle. It's just kind of a wonky circle, and that is 100% okay. I'm glad you didn't actually drink the water, Dawn. All right. Now, you're going to really want to use this liquidy black that we made here to make your long line for the stem. Okay? So, this is really when making noises helps. So you can see I started to dry up a little bit towards the end, but because I had that water on my paintbrush or mixed in with my paint, I was able to make it from the top of my circle, where my circle is, all the way down to the bottom of my canvas. Okay? And that's the secret sauce to adding the water into your paint. Because when your paintbrush is really nice and full, it's got this liquidy black on there. Okay? And it just allows your brush to have, since my brush is nice and full, you can kind of see that all that excess paint kind of drips to the bottom of my brush as I'm painting. So it has a consistent filter of black going down or in onto my canvas instead of making tiny little lines all the way down. Circle is, I'm going to say, 3/4 of an inch. So let's test it because my big brush is 3/4 of an inch. So maybe it's an inch. Oh, let's see here. Let's say 3/4 of an inch-ish is how big the circle is. Thank you for asking that. So I'm just going to finish up this little bottom part here. All right. Oh, got a little wiggly. That's okay. And if you want to get a little fat towards the bottom, that's okay too, because it's a stem, and stems are usually a little bit more solid at the bottom of the stem than they are at the top, so that's all good. All right. Keep it still, Julie. You can do this. Oh, just getting fatter. And see, that's what happens. You're like, oh, it's not a straight line. Oh no, okay, I'm just gonna make it fatter. Oh, I'm just gonna make it fatter. Fatter. Try and reel it in before it gets too fat, but you know, sometimes it happens. All right. Now I have two little leafies on each side here. So I'm going to make those. One's going one way. So again, I'm using my pinky finger to keep my hand steady. I go up and over. And as I'm kind of finishing off my leaf, I let my brush just come off the canvas and swing. Wayne World style. Jill, I'm sorry your black is bleeding into the background. If you can, the faster you can get to it, the better off you are. So when you're using acrylic paint, you can often, you can kind of erase it. If you get a clean brush with a little water on it and get it really quick, you can erase it. Just shuffle over top, and then you might need to fix up your background a little bit after, but yeah, it happens with that watery paint. It's definitely not the first time. So, like I said, I went straight on my canvas with my brush. I pulled over, gave it a little hump, and as I'm coming to the bottom of my leaf, I pull off really lightly, and I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to finish its little bum here, and then color it in. So, I went up and over, straight out, swing. And then I finished off my little leaf just by finishing this side here, and then I'll just color that in just like that. Okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It doesn't have to be a perfect mirror. All leaves are different, so if it looks a little wonkier, a little different, that's perfect. So up, over, as I pull down, I let my brush just come off the canvas and bing! Just take your time, and then you can finish off your leaf just by connecting the bottom and that part together. And voila, you have two little leaves there. Okay, so now that we have our leaves on, I'm gonna make all of these wishes. I'm going to drag them out, okay? So you can see here, I have lots of long ones and I have some short ones, and sometimes I have 2 shorter ones and 1 long one. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Just try and fill it in as much as possible, but it's okay if it's sporadic because what happened is the wind blew and it takes off random ones. So it's not necessarily going to be like perfectly symmetrical, and it's really good to embrace those things. Let your brain be okay with non-symmetricality, because that's a word. Okay, guys? All right. So when I'm making nice long lines like this, with this particular brush, I'm not sure exactly what brush you're using, but for this one, I will drag my brush back and forth. So back and forth. And this is what I like to call sharpening. Sharpening my brush. So, which means I'm flattening it. You can see it, my brush gets nice and flat. So when I look at it from the side, it's pretty skinny. All right, it has a nice thin line on it. And from there, I can swing up into the air. So swing, and then I make a little one, swing, swing. And the concentration of these are mostly on this side, and they kind of start to dwindle off in this little area right here. But like I said, your gust of wind might be different from my gust of wind, and there might be a little extra wishes still left on your dandelions, or maybe there's few. Who knows? Like the great Bob Ross once said, it's your world. So own it. Just own what you're doing. Try and enjoy the process as much as possible, because that's all it's about. It's not about creating these amazing masterpieces. It's just about letting go, getting creative, and maybe learning something new. So I'm just taking my time and I'm making all these nice lines. And every time I feel like my brush is drying up, I go back to my palette, and I go back and forth, and yes, let's just call this the mustache, okay, Tanya? That's the mustache. Little did we know that dandelions have mustaches. La moustache. And I'm just gonna keep going. I think I'm gonna make this one a little longer here. Shoot. And shoot. All right, coming along. And I'm gonna make one more here. You can start with a certain amount, and then afterwards, if you feel like it's kind of empty and you're not digging it, then you can always add more later. Like it's not a huge deal. Okay. There we go. Cheryl, it is probably not your internet. It is probably my internet. I haven't figured out how to get the best feed here yet because I'm just in my basement studio, and it is a rainy day and I have satellite internet and we don't even get cable here. So there's a pretty good chance it's going to get crinkly and then come into play and then get crinkly. And I apologize for that. I've been trying to kind of figure that out, and there's not much I can really do about it for now. So I'm just happy you guys are here, and please just bear with me because it's just nice to be together. And if at any time you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I can get pretty close to the painting, so if you guys need any tips on strokes, I can show you right close up. And then I just have my phone attached to a microphone stand right now. Paint on. Thanks, Pat. You're like, is she really going to say that one more time? Jeez Louise. Okay. So we have all our things on, and now I'm going to take my tiny weeny little teeny brush. Now, if you don't have a tiny little teeny weeny brush, just get the pointiest brush that you have. Or like I said, maybe try a toothpick to make these little guys. I'm not sure if that's going to work perfectly, but you can also use this guy, again, if you pull it back and forth 100 times, just going back and forth in your palette, we can start to make the little stars. So right at the end of our guys here, we're just going to make tiny, tiny little lines. And try and keep them tiny, but, you know, sometimes it gets crazy. I like to start with just like an X, and then I'll kind of fill in those little spaces afterwards. But it's definitely easier if you have a wee tiny little brush. So grab that up and swing, 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 swing. And just be really, really as gentle as you can. These are not super duper easy. And just to let you know, like, it's not, nobody's going to come up to your painting and be like, oh my God, these little lines are super bad. No, they're going to see your painting on your wall and they're like, wow, that's really, really pretty. I love the colors and I love blowing wishes, so it brings back childhood memories that I love and adore. They're not going to be looking at your lines. You want me to zoom in? All right, will do, Sarah. Okay, so here we go. So I have my long line here. You can extend it if you want, but basically, I'm just going to fix this up a little bit. I use this as the top line and I make an X, so shoot, shoot. I need more paint. Shoot, shoot, and shoot. And that was really awesome. And I just kind of fill in those areas. And you can see mine look kind of crappy too, so it's okay. It's not, nobody's gonna judge you. And if it just doesn't feel like it's full enough, just drag in a few extra lines there. Yeah. All right. Whoa. All right. Do you need me to get even... Yeah, the toothpick works good. Okay, awesome. Sorry if it's so fuzzy, Tara. I'm really sorry. I'm going to just try and get in as close as I can here. Let me know if that works for you guys. I can barely... I'm just like literally sitting right next to my phone. It's so close. So X. Oh, so shaky. Here we go. I think I might do better with my other brush, to be honest. And that is a decision that can be made later. If something's not working out for you, try something different. So I feel like I'm just more comfortable with my long skinny brush. I don't think I'm not digging this small brush. So I'm going to go back to this guy. And there we go. Just make tiny little lines. Eva, did I miss something you said? Why you no notice me? So fun. Toothpick not working. So, like I said, we just gotta kind of find our thing. Everybody's gonna hold their brushes a different way. I can't wait to see everybody's paintings, honestly. It's the best part when everybody sends me their paintings. I was so overwhelmed last time when we did the owl because everybody sent me their paintings right away. And I was just like, oh my God, it took me over an hour to reply to everybody the next morning. That's literally never happened to me before. So I was quite surprised and it was really nice. All right. So just one at a time. Tiny little lines. Kind of makes me think of that Tiny Tim song. Is that what his name was? Tiptoe through the tulips. That creepy song. Okay. And voila. And if it looks plain, just add some more sprigs. Just keep pulling out. And so on and so forth. More. Ooh, wouldn't it be sweet if one day I had a fancy studio like Bob Ross and I could wear an afro and then I would have good internet? Man, my dreams are just raging right now. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull this back for a second. I want you guys to tell me how you're doing. All right. Looks amazing. Really, thanks. You might put little googly eyes on it. Yeah, hey, why not? It is quite the mustache, that's for sure. Can't stop staring at my... That's so funny. Oh, man. The mustache flowers. Hilarious. Oh my God, guys, you guys are so funny. Okay. Let's get to this next flower. So it's the same. It's the same, only in a different spot and on the side. So same deal here. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to make a circle first. So I'm just filling it up with black right now. And my next flower is going to be right here. And just be careful, make sure you squeegee your brush first. You don't want that black running down your canvas. Okay? Just take your time. Make a circle. Concentrate. I'm not a painter. Everybody's a painter. Maybe you just need a little practice. Hubby gave up, but I love it. Oh, why? Why did he give up? He didn't like the mustache or what? He is a very Loraxy flower, isn't he, Derek? The stem? Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, maybe it's just like, you know, some girls are thick. And they need more support, more bottom support. Perfect, Vicky. That's awesome. Okay, so I made my circle, and now I'm going to make sure that I have my water in my paint, okay? Not too liquidy, not too painty. It's very inky. We got a very inky consistency here. And I'm filling up my brush and just squeegeeing off that excess paint there. So then I can make a funny noise. And I attach them, even though they're not supposed to be attached, but maybe they'll crisscross at the bottom. Hey, there we go. All good. Carrie, you are a hair artist, so don't sell yourself short, girl. I'm really happy you're having fun, Lana. That's awesome. Okay, and then same deal. I'm going to flatten my brush out. Flat, flat, flat. And then I'm going to get to making some wishes. Now, this one, the one on my painting doesn't have a mustache, but if you feel like you want to give both of your things a mustache, what's going on? Facebook, as well as all of the major internet platforms like Netflix and YouTube, have degraded all videos due to the overloaded, oh, that makes sense, of people online due to the situation. No one's at fault. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Shannon, thank you. Thank you for that. It makes me feel less bad. Mine looks so scary. Come on, Eva. No, it doesn't. My mom had a couch in the 80s similar to my painting. Yes, you can absolutely. So just make sure that your paint is dry before you restart. And try and use more opaque colors. So I find that like purples and the light and the darker pinks and sometimes red can be really, really see-through. There's something like if you ever tried to paint a room red, it takes like 800 coats to make it look okay. And some paints are like that. So try and pick like this white is really good. Teal is actually a really good cover-up color. If you mix the white in with the purple, then that helps cover things up a bit. But just make sure your black is dry before you try covering anything up. Okay. So I'm pulling my brush back and forth and let's make more wishes. And I'm not even going to look at my other painting. I'm just going to try and be free. I'm free. I'm free. And I'm gonna put some wishes on my dandelion. Okay. So speaking of Netflix, I keep hearing about this tiger show. Has anybody indulged yet into this? I hear it's quite the ordeal. Okay, I'm just going to put one more little guy right there. Bing. And then I'm going to give my wishes. So little X's all over the place. I hope you guys are like listening to music at your house. I did notice that the Corporation Paint Night is doing some live streaming as well. And I guess she put together like a Spotify playlist, which that would be a really good idea, I thought. And I should do that. I realized that last night and didn't do that, but maybe I should. What do you guys like listening to as far as music's concerned? Don't waste your time. No, the Tiger King movie or series isn't all it's cracked up to be. Just looks so outrageous, like totally something I would have never thought to watch. And then everybody's kind of being like, you gotta watch this. But yeah, tell me what you guys listen to for music. Who's your favorite bands right now? Personally, I'm a classic rock kind of girl. I really, really can't ever get enough of all the classic rock songs, so I need to be enlightened with new music sometimes. Luckily, my husband is very good at finding new music and making me like it. But if he wasn't around, I probably wouldn't do it. I would probably listen to the same songs for the rest of my life. You're a Bob Marley fan? Awesome. Tanya says, watch it, Tanya. Yeah, it looks pretty outrageous. Yeah, I love me some Bob Marley for sure. I was trying to teach my daughter the song the other day because we were picking out birds and naming them, and she's picking out all the robins. And I'm like, don't worry about a thing, because everything it's gonna be alright. It's kind of a very good song for now, isn't it? I'm glad you do, Tanya. Mother is flippin' fantastic. If anybody ever gets the chance to listen to a Mother song or album, they're my favoriteest Canadian band ever. And they came up with a new album in the last year. I kind of lost track of them. And I know, it's very surprising, right, Tanya? But man, that last album was awesome. Blake Shelton, hey. I'm definitely a big voice fan. Buck 20, nice. Sylvan Esso. Cool. Very, very cool. I love it. I love knowing what people are into. It's so sweet. I'm going to have to go back through and hit up the Spotify with all the stuff. All right. Wishes. Wishes are on. All right. So now we have to do our little float away wishes. All right. So I'm going to bring in my other guy here so you can see what the difference is. So this guy's backwards and this guy's forwards. Forwards? This way? And I'm just going to show you. So these are basically little lines. So I start at the bottom and I pull up and off the canvas. So it's a little fatter at the bottom, little pointier up at the top, and then I make the little starbursts that are the same in our wishes on our dandelions here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flyaway wishes, but you can get crazy if you want and put in like as many wishes flying away as you want. It's really up to you. So I'll show you how I do this. So just one at a time, I put my brush flat on the canvas, I push and I pull off. And they're all going in different directions. So actually I'm just gonna shoot, 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 shoot. And then put these little guys on there, little starburst. Pretty magical, I must say. I wish to be out of quarantine so I can hug my friends. There we go. My granddaughters like Kids Bob. Wanted me to share that with you. Thank you for sharing that with me. I think my daughter would really like Kids Bob for sure. I like dancing with Kids Bob, to be honest. Your cat just, what? Angel, no. Get away, cat. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Well, I mean, good news is that this paint washes off of shiny surfaces. So hopefully your cat ran over like your table or something and like not on the carpet. And if it did go on the carpet, please run and throw some water on it right now. Okay? Okay. So just push and pull. And sprig, sprig, sprig. And they can all go in different directions. They don't all have to be the same size. Some can crisscross if you want to do like a shoop. Crisscrossy. Applesaucey. All right, and maybe 2 more. Okay, I'm gonna do another one here. And last one. Shoop. Let me know if you guys are making weird noises like I am. I like to know that I'm not the only one. And check it out. We have beautiful background that we made ourselves that totally doesn't look like mine and is awesome. We can really make wishes. And you know what? I have to say that painting in general is actually just a really great time to make wishes. I find, I'm just going to turn for just a minute. So I find that when I paint, it allows me to let go. I feel really, really connected. And whenever you feel that feeling of kind of flow and connection, it's a perfect time to make wishes. So when you are throwing your paints on there, if you find that you're like just really getting into it, that's when you start to imagine all the wonderful things that can happen. Imagine if this could happen. Imagine if Santa showed up and gave me all the presents. Imagine if, I don't have any idea. Imagine if the perfect house came up on the market and it was just glorious and we got it. You know, you get what I'm saying. Really, really great time to make wishes while you're painting. So this is actually a perfect painting for that. And I'm really, really happy you guys joined me today. No swooshy noises. Oh, just swear words. Well, that's fine. Still noises. All good. Oh, thanks, Sandy. Oh, hi, Nancy. I hope that you do it later. That's awesome. I'm really glad you guys are having fun as a family. It's really, really great. Excuse me. I'm glad that I could occupy a little bit of time today for you guys. Yeah, this isn't the most complicated painting. And if for some reason you don't love your painting, you can absolutely try it again. Try it with some different colors. And you can even try it with different flowers. I was telling some people because they were asking me if I could do more boy style paintings, which I didn't even really think about. I've just been kind of taking random paintings from my gallery to make them with you guys. But if you do have a boy that wants to make this painting, blues and greens are really, really great for that. And you can also, if you want to print out like any like dinosaurs or superheroes or something, you can always trace them on top and just color them black. So you have a really cool background with like silhouetted things that you love on top of it, or just more flowers or different flowers. I do not have a thin enough brush for these wishes. I'm sorry, Tanya. Try a toothpick or a fork or something, maybe. I am not going to do the mermaid as of yet, but maybe in the future. Oh, thanks so much, guys. I'm really glad you tuned in today. And then just remember, I do have, you guys had a really good time today, and you feel like you want to throw a tip out there, a donation, that's awesome. I will be doing this again. Today's Saturday. Okay, so my plan is the next one is going to be at night, and it will be Thursday, April 2nd, I believe, at 7:30 at night. And you will see that post either later today or tomorrow, and I'm going to get you guys to vote on the paintings again. So please share this with everybody you know. It really is the best time for us to be together, and just getting creative is just like the best thing in the whole world. Thanks, Carrie. I'm glad you guys had a good time. That's awesome. I know, Denise, isn't that crazy? Thanks, Tammy. Yay. I'm so glad you're having fun. Thanks for bearing with my really crappy internet. Oh, Jill, I have a couple links up in the description of the video, and then in the first comment as well, there's a couple links there that you can follow if you're feeling generous. And if not, no worries. I'm not looking for anything. It's all good. Yeah, Beth, awesome. I can't wait to see it. So you guys got to send me your paintings, okay? I can't wait to see them all. I can't wait to see how different they're all going to be. Oh, thanks, Sarah. You're awesome too. Congrats for just showing up today. You're welcome. Thanks. You use watercolors. Oh, this is a perfect watercolor painting for sure. Really, really gorgeous. I can't wait to see you, your painting. Sarah, I love you too. Thanks. I know it's nice that we still get to kind of be together. You're welcome, Ava. Thanks, Derek. I'm glad you hung out with me. Thanks, Heather. Oh, Jody, I'm so glad you had a good time. Tanya, I miss you so much. I think about you guys all the time. Quick story, me and Tanya lived in Tofino at the same time, and Tanya and Branda lived in a school bus, and I lived in my van, and it was the best time of my life. Am I right or am I right? Am I right? Right. Yeah. Next time, more Story. Okay, yeah. Story likes to take over everything, so I don't know if that's going to happen, but thanks, Derek. You can just see pictures of her on my Facebook page. I'll post some funny videos. Granddaughters and I had so much fun. Thanks, Christine. Good. Yay. I'm so glad you guys had a good time. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions, I'm really, really open to constructive criticism. Just let me know what you want, and we can just keep doing this until we're out of the quarantine together. Maybe make a finished thread for each painting. Oh, that's a really, really good call. Thank you, Michelle. That's a really good call. Because yeah, they were very sporadic. I got private messages and they were all over the place. I had to kind of hunt them down. Thanks, Lisa. Yay. Was able to occupy the kiddos with minimal tears. Lovely. Let's be honest, there's never no tears. Oh, good. Tiffany, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to get you guys to vote on the next painting ASAP over the next little while. And didn't have a canvas and painted on paper. Yeah. Hey, it's not always about something that we got to put on our wall. It's all about practice and just loving the process and having something to do. Hanging out. Love it. All right, guys, I'm going to go order me some pizzas. Actually, I think it's too early for pizza still. At 4, I'm going to go order some Branco's pizza, get some pickle pizza, and I really hope I see you guys at the next one, okay? Please share my links with all of your friends so as many people can show up as possible. Great. Thanks, Nikki. I'm really happy you had a blast. I did too. This is awesome. My heart is full. Thanks. Okay, I'm just going to do one last turn to this guy here. So this is what mine ended up looking like. Shh. Oh, wait. Shh. This way. Everything's backwards. I'm so confused. Okay. Sending lots of love to you guys and your families. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Saturday, and I really hope I see you on Thursday at the 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and stay tuned and make sure you vote on which painting you want to do, and we can have drinks. I drink at the nighttime one, not at the daytime ones. That's for later. Okay? Have a great day, guys.